Good morning, watch fans. This is Big Jim with the Big Wrist, coming to you live from Las Vegas, talking about best value watches. I was on the internet a few hours ago looking at, just wanted to look up what other people thought was the best value in a watch. And I kept hearing words like Movement and Vincero and all these other flash in the pan fashion watches that are trying to separate you from your money by claiming to be original steel, best glass, best straps, best value, great warranties. And in reality, they just figured out how to order a $20 Chinese watch from AliExpress or Alibaba and sell it to you for $200. Literally, that's what they figured out. You could do it. I could do it. If I had $25,000 and I wanted to order a couple hundred watches with my name and the Big Wrist on the as a brand, I could do this. Some of the guys have done a great job. And then don't pull any punches on it. The guys at Long Island Watch, man, he has done an amazing job on sourcing great watches, and he does amazing quality control. He is not shy about where the watches come from or how he does it. But these guys, these new flash in the pan guys, are just killing me. So I wanted to show you what a real value watch looked like. And in the sub $100 category, I'm telling you, Casio owns that market. They own it. They really do. These are, $19 new on Amazon, hard to beat. This is $40 new on Amazon with this particular strap. This is actually that strap. This is the strap it came on like that. And I just happen to have the strap adapters and a bull bar. And I like the way it looks. It cost me $10 to do that, or $12 to do that. So turned a $40 watch into a $50 watch and made it more usable. Again, Casio kind of owns this sub $100 market. Retail price on this new is $100, but unfortunately it became super popular and it's impossible to find for less than $150. But I still think at $150, it's probably one of the best deals out there for an analog any-digi watch without a second hand. Crazy accurate. It's not solar, it's not atomic. These are at that price range. You're not going to get solar or atomic, but you will get a great watch that's going to keep plus or minus 15 seconds and have a 5 or 10 year battery on it. This is solar and atomic right here, and to keep plus or minus 1 second forever. Got a really, really good battery life on it. Right now it's at medium charge for solar, but still really nice. This is a $150 Casio G-Shock. It's the biggest watch I own, but again, new it's $300, used is $150, and you can find them all over the place for $150. So, they kind of own that market. Great value. Timex also, they have the Expedition and a bunch of others that are amazing price point. So don't fall into the scam of buying some crazy fashion watch no one ever heard of. Just don't do it. If you really got to have a fashion watch and want to see a great selection, go look up Fossil on Amazon. Fossil probably has 300 or 400 versions of a quartz watch. They're really, honestly, they're good watches for the price. You know what you're buying? You're getting a company that's been around for a very long time. I've had this watch for 30 years. And that's not a joke. 30 years I've had this watch. I just changed the battery out on it again. Put a new strap on it, called it good. And it's back in the rotation. Nothing wrong with this watch. And it has a lot of good memories. 30 years old, great watch. And it's a straight fashion watch. I'm not ashamed to say it. In the value proposition, you will see a lot of clones, a lot. And here are two examples of copies of famous watches. The Gerald Genta, and this is the copy of the sub, the Rolex sub. To sell, run you $220. And he will not lie about what he's putting out. He puts a great warranty, so it's a good watch in my opinion. And this company here, Feast, had a minor problem with the screw on the watch. They answered my email in less than 4 hours, and they sent me a replacement part from China in under 10 days in the middle of COVID. I don't know how they did that, but they got it to me in under 10 days. So really amazing. I like the company. I'll buy from them again. I recommend them. They're a fashion watch company. They sell automatics, but they're a straight fashion watch. They are not even trying to hide what they're selling. And I respect them for it. And I like the watches. I'm not going to complain. Everybody on the table here holds DNA from somebody else. The glycine. People rag on Glycine because they got bought out by Invicta. Well, Invicta has the best marketing team on the planet, just about. They're only rivaled by Rolex, probably, in ability to sell people anything. Really amazing. But look at the pretty watch. I mean, came with a decent strap. It's got a really good crown, nice size, screw down. It's got a good power reserve. It's got a nice case back. This is a $300, $400 watch, new. Maybe $500 new, but really you can find it for $350 to $400 all day long. The Combat Sub comes in 20 versions, and different colors and different dials, but they're all basically the same Sellita 100 or Sellita 200 movement. Good watch. I recommend them. They're very durable. This is the thinnest diver I own at 10.5 millimeters. See how thin that is. It's great. And it's been in the water. It's been wet. It's durable. I like it. It's a good watch. Good value. I rag on Invicta quite a bit, but they own Glycine and they haven't ruined it, so I'm good. I'm good with it. Keep it up. Keep out there looking for Glycines. They're good. They're popular also. You see them along sales on Wish and not Wish, but you see them on Drop.com and other places at good prices, and I recommend them. Good watch. Best value in the sub $1,000 right here. The Tissot Gentleman. Tissot has an amazing brand with a ton of watches to pick from, automatics and quartz watches. I'm an automatic guy. This is they have it in blue. They have this in black. The Gentleman has 80 power reserve, anti-magnetic, a very good bracelet, double pusher, butterfly, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it does work. It does work very well. Got a nice display back. Sorry about banging the watch around like that. It's a good watch, and for $650, you're going to be hard pressed to find a prettier watch with a better power reserve that's just as durable as this. 40 millimeters, good size. Great watch overall, great value, and I don't see it talked about a lot other than in a few of the watch geeks online. As the best diver, period. Best diver on the planet for the sub $300 range. This is a great watch. This is a little more than $300, but this thing, ceramic, in-house movement, good bezel. It's a small crown, but a good crown. A very good bracelet. If it had a middle class, it would be a home run. But for $200, people will tell you on and on and on that the Orient Kamasu really is the best diver on the planet for $200, and they're not wrong. The sub $200 market, you'd probably have to get an Orient Mako 2 for $150, but really $50 more, you get a much better crystal, a much better face. Great watch, highly recommend it. Great value. Best value in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. Tudor line of watches. They've got so many watches in the sub $4,000 range and a whole bunch of watches in the sub $3,000 range. This is $2,500, $2,800 about approximately. On the used market, it's about $2,000. Blue and black. I believe there's also one other color. I can't remember what it is. 48-hour power reserve. Great lume. It's an Explorer homage. This is an Explorer homage. But the Tudor is the sister company of Rolex. They've been a separate company for many years, but you can tell the DNA where it came from. If this was a Rolex, it would be $6,000 or $7,000. Tudor does it with a great movement, amazing loom, really, and better hands, much more visible hands, and they do it for $2,800 new. Tissot does it for $220. I get it, but it's it is straight homage. It is a Chinese watch, but it's a good Chinese watch. So Tudor in the sub $3,000 range, I think they kind of own that space. There are other great watches out there, but this is what I own and what I love. In the $5,000 range, here it is. This is the Tudor Rolex OP39, Oyster Perpetual 39. Run you $5,800 retail. They're available occasionally at that price. They're around at that price. I got this one like new in the box, tags unworn, for $5,200 from WatchMax. Watchbox. I apologize, Watchbox. They were great to me. I got this thing at the very beginning of COVID. They drop shipped it to me in 2 days, and it really legitimately was unworn, box and papers. Keeps great time. Keeps 2 seconds mostly. And sometimes it'll keep 3 seconds, but it's because I keep it, in a box or on the table. But on the wrist, it's a 2-second watch. Fantastic. Great blue lume. And this watch, I consider it a value watch because if you have to flip it, if you got to flip a watch, flip a Rolex, because they'll keep 80, 90, even 110% of their value. This watch right now is still going for used $5,200, $5,500. I could break even easily. I've had it for 6 months, 8 months, maybe 6 months. I've had it. I could break even today, and I've worn the crap out of this thing. But I'm not going to flip it. I love the watch. So Rolex is a value watch in my opinion, because if you decide you're a flipper and you want to flip it, you could flip your Sub, you could flip your Air King, you could flip your Datejust, you could flip all these great Rolexes and almost break even. It'd be like a really cheap rental in the worst case scenario. But in the cases of things like the Submariner, you can make a profit on a good Sub. So, this is my idea of what a value watch is. Nothing fancy, no jargon. This is just great watches at a great price. I'm a value guy. I like to buy stuff used, like new in the box. I very rarely buy a new watch. I don't think any here. This was bought new 30 years ago. This was bought new, and this was bought new, and this was bought new. So only have half the watches here were bought new, and half the watches were bought like new in the box. So, this is Big Jim on the Big Wrist, talking about watches and a great value. Please, when you go to spend your money, spend it on an established brand. Think about what you're buying, do some research, watch some videos from all these amazing video guys, and I'll put the links to my favorite guys who do reviews that are much better at this than I am. But this is my take on value watches, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and tell a friend.